Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, Gemini, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional holistic and spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as holistic and spiritual counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Thank you. Gemini. 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 Oh. All right. You were coming in with the Hierophant, and you were also coming in with the Star card here in your reading. Now, that is how your person sees you. That's how that's coming in here in your reading. So, that's really cool. Here in it's an inner happiness when you're coming in with the Star card. That's what I'm getting. There's a deep magnetic attraction that your person has towards you. I don't know if you have your eye on your person, to be quite honest here, Gemini, because it's kind of coming in as you're doing your own thing, to be quite honest here. See, it comes in here, Gemini, is that you are, you have a new beginning. And that is exactly what your person sees here in your reading. Well, they actually see the changes that you have gone through. That's what it talks about. Because that is your person. Ooh. Alright, let's keep going here. That is your person. So you definitely have their attention here. See, if your person has or had, or even has, like I said, has options here, you're the one that sticks out. That's what it's talking about here. So there is a difference between you and others, and there may be a difference between you and your person, especially if they're seeing you as the star here in your reading. So it really comes down to, where is your person at this point in time? There's the happiness card. Let's keep going here. Oh wow. So you have the Sun card, you have the Emperor guy, you have the Queen of Cups, and you are coming in with the King of Swords. Gemini, you may be the one asking about a particular person here in your reading. I just want to put that out there as well. Of course you're asking about a particular person here. See, what I get here in your reading is that you're not the only one that finds your person attractive. I do get here the person in we're talking about here is the Queen of Cups. And this person has a choice. It's this person that has choices, the Queen of Cups. And so there's a question here. What I'm picking up, Gemini, is who is this person going to choose? What it tells me here in your reading, when you're coming in with the Emperor guy, this person knows about you. They know the truth about you here. Yeah. This is a really beautiful person that you're asking about when you're coming in with the Queen of Cups here in your reading. This is a very loving person here, which is why this person attracts a lot of attention here. See, what I get here in your reading, Gemini, is that it's really a struggle. The challenge and the obstacle here is for the Queen of Cups to make her decision, is to make a choice here in your reading. And that choice here in your reading is, who am I going to give my heart to? That's what I'm getting. Where what I get here in your reading, Gemini, is that these options, well, they, of course, you're coming in with, in terms of these options, your guys' hearts have already been captured by this person. That's what it's saying. You're not talking to this person is what I'm also picking up here. And what I get there in your reading is that you may not know how to talk to the Queen of Cups. You may not be able to, well, you're coming in with effective communication here in your reading, where you're able to have a deeper, meaningful conversation with this person. Because what I get here in your reading, Gemini, is that you just want a straight up answer. You don't want to muck around here. You want the Queen of Cups to choose you. You just want them. That's what I'm getting here in your reading. See, what I get here in your reading is that you both watch the Queen of Cups. Well, I think all of you do. I do think they're here in your reading. It's their mannerisms here. It's their traits, their characteristics here when you're coming in with the Queen of Cups. Let me just keep going here with this. Yeah, this Queen of Cups is hardworking. They're dedicated here. They give 100%. They truly invest in the things that they love to do. But this person has a spark. This person has a personality. They're quite vibrant here, is what I'm getting. And yeah, they know how to show how they're feeling here in your reading, and it's through that expression here that attracts a lot of attention. So obviously here in your reading, when this Queen of Cups walks into a room here, all eyes are on this person. You're very focused. You can't capture this person's attention, is what it's talking about. The Emperor can't capture this person's attention, neither the Hierophant or even yourself here coming in as the King of Swords. See, what I get here with the Queen of Cups here, Gemini, is that this person, the Queen of Cups here, is on a whole different level. They do like their freedom. This is something else here that you may need to be aware of, and you may need to be mindful of here. Yes, they will invest 100%, but they still like their freedom to choose and to go what they want to do without having to ask for permission. Hence why you're unable to capture this person's attention. So, what it talks about there, Gemini, is that you need to match this person. And that's what it's saying. See, you too need to be doing the things that you love to do. I do get here that you are hardworking. You're coming in as a boss, a manager here. But what I get here in your reading is that those are the kinds of characters here that this Queen of Cups attracts. Here in your reading. High class is what I'm getting here. You can't control this person, yet with the Hierophant, the Emperor and the King of Swords, what it tells me there in your reading is that, what do you say, those characteristics that you all embody here, it would be to control this Queen of Cups here. She, no gender, this person won't be into it here, guys. See, you've got to trust this Queen of Cups. That's what it talks about. And once you start questioning, demanding from this person, they won't go there, guys. They just won't do it. This Queen of Cups will back off here. You can't control this person. And in terms of that control here, you need to show discipline. That's what it's saying. But let me keep going here. They're too focused here, guys. They're too focused on themselves at this time. Here, this person is quite selfless. Here, they're ruthless and they're ambitious. Here in your reading. So let's keep going. Let's see what else we're able to pull, eh? Okay, so you have the Three of Cups, you have the Four of Wands, and you have the Ace of Wands here in your reading. You got to be confident here. This Queen of Cups could very well be dealing with others here, because the Queen of Cups is coming in with the Fourth Cup here. Potentially here in your reading, what it talks about there is that this Queen of Cups, well, I spoke about the control. You definitely don't want to be trying to control or manipulate this person. They won't be into it here, guys, because it kind of tells me here in your reading they have already been through something like that here. See, potentially here in your reading, this Queen of Cups, wow, too sure here. They haven't made a choice. That's what I'm getting. This person hasn't made a choice yet. They may even struggle to make the choice, is what I'm also picking up here in your reading. You have to compete for this person, and the best way that you can compete for this person is, here in your reading, is to make some positive changes in your life. That's what it's saying. So you can't wait for this Queen of Cups to come in, and then you're going to make the changes here, Gemini. It's not going to work that way. What it talks about here in your reading is the day starts today. So book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader here. And let's look at what is holding you back here from doing the things that you love to do here in your reading. Because when you're coming in with the cards that you are, what it talks about here in your reading is that the best way, your person is here to show you what you're capable of, your full potential. That's what it talks about. Oh, they do notice you, don't get me wrong, they do notice you here, but it's not enough for them to come out of some kind of comfort zone, is what it talks about. You need to gain the courage and the strength. This is going to take a lot of hard work. Potentially here in your reading, you're coming up with some really, I get here in your reading is that you already know that this person has people around them. Okay? And of course, this person may have intimate partners here in your reading. Now, what it talks about here is, what are you going to do for you here? Because of what your person, the Queen of Cups, has got going on here, Gemini, you don't feel like you're worthy. You don't feel like you're ready here. Your self-esteem here in your reading. So, like I said, here, you have to focus on you. That's what it's talking about here in your reading. Excuse me. You know, cool. Alright, you are coming out with the King of Pentacles here. Your advice here in your reading, what it talks about there. Yeah, you're a very hard worker. I do get that. You are stable. You have your own stuff going on here, but it's still not enough to pull this person in, to reel this person in here in your reading. Like I said, it really comes down to, what do you want to put your time and attention into? That's what it's talking about here. Ooh. Stability. You're stable here. All those are the things that you need to be working on, so that you do have something to offer that's going to be part of how you're going to get your person, nail your person here. You may want to check out the programs in the description box below. Also, I'm kind of picking up on the health program. Because there's more than one way in which you can go towards your person, or there is more than one way you can make this happen for yourself, where you are going to gain the confidence here in your reading. Yeah, of course, you know, there is a, people do say the see the Five of Wands a certain way. Oh, you're going to compete. You've got competition here in your reading. But what it can also talk about here, it comes in as building your confidence here. That's what I'm also picking up, Gemini. Alright, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your video. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you later. Good reading. Bye.